Up at the back there, but it was a good counter-attack from CELTA. But as I said, it was Szczesny at fault there, really. He came out, got his fingers to the ball, but he took it off the toes of Kubasi, who was on hand there to clear the ball. And he took it away from his foot. And Iglesias couldn't believe his luck. He was just at the left-hand side of Kubasi, and he just tapped it in from 15 yards out into an open goal. So Barcelona will bring it forward now with De Jong. Here is Ferran Torres. Now Inigo Martinez back to De Jong, halfway line. Barcelona 1, CELTA Vigo 1. Ball chipped over the top, looking for the run here of Lewandowski. He stays onside, he has the ball on this left-hand side now. Near the byline, being hounded all the way by his nemesis, João Largo. There's still toing and froing there on the touchline. Lewandowski had his back to him, but CELTA are going to win themselves a throw-in, I think, over here on this left-hand side. Interesting physical battle there. Lewandowski was just standing there for a while with his back to goal, trying to shield the ball, waiting for the cavalry to come. It never did. So CELTA with the throw-in, but they've been dispossessed. Iglesias, the goal scorer, hounded off the ball. Here's Koundé now for Barca, halfway inside his own half. Now Kubasi, Inigo Martinez, ball downfield to Ferran Torres, and he's brought down from behind, halfway inside his own half. Referee gives the free kick. It's that man João Largo again, the young centre-half. He's certainly making his presence felt. Free kick taken quickly. Kubasi. And now Koundé in the shade on this right-hand side. Here's Rafinha. He does a lovely turn there. Drop of the shoulder, gets round another man into the CELTA half now. Now he cuts in field and he's pulled down from behind by Svedberg. And that will be a free kick to Barcelona. That's brilliant work from Rafinha there. Had his back to the CELTA goal. He just turned on a sixpence, as we say in England, and went round his man and rode two other tackles. Looking at the replay of the goal again, Szczesny completely at fault for that. If he'd left that, Kubasi was there just to defuse the situation, but the fingertips of Szczesny took the ball away from Kubasi. And Iglesias was just in the right place at the right time to tap it home. Barca's lead lasted less than 2 minutes. Here's Frenkie de Jong now. Now Pedri. Back to goal. Now Inigo Martinez. Crossfield ball picks out the Frenchman Koundé. Halfway inside the CELTA half. Now Pedri has it again in centre field. 35 yards out. Chipped ball over to this right-hand side. Gathered in by Rafinha. Now Koundé whips the ball into the box. Good clearing header by Largo, but it only finds Pedri. And de Jong squares it over to the left to Martin. And now Martinez finds Koundé again down this right-hand side in the shade. Ball in field from Rafinha. Barca almost managed to work it through now. They do get it to the byline. Fermin gets the cross in, a sliding one, just in the nick of time. But CELTA again do well to head it clear and then win themselves a free kick, as Svedberg is clattered into from behind by Pau Kubasi. So just over 20 minutes gone, and all square here at the Olympic Stadium after Ferran Torres. Sergio Carrera, he's forced to send it all the way back to Guaita in goal. He decides against the long ball, and that was putting his player under pressure there, and they've given the ball away there, CELTA. Not sure that was the right option from the keeper. Chipped it over to Javi Rodriguez on that right-hand side, and he was under massive pressure right away and put the ball out of play in his panic. Throw-in taken quickly by Barcelona. Here's Pedri. Gets a great ball there to Fermin. Now then, Rafinha, edge of the box on the right-hand side. Brings it in on his left and whips the ball in, but it's a comfortable save in the end for Guaita. Wasn't really a shot, it was more of a cross. Now then, Celta, they can break. Here's Mariba on the halfway line. But he's been fouled there. Cheap foul there from Inigo Martinez on Mariba. So it will be a free kick to Celta on the halfway line. Halfway through this first half. And it's one apiece. And Barcelona currently, as things stand, have a 5-point lead over Real, but of course Real yet to play this weekend. Atletico are in action tonight away at Las Palmas. As Celta now, oh, that high line, they're in trouble here. Here's Duran, squares it again into the box. Szczesny comes out. Oh, and now Koundé. Oh, he almost fluffed his lines there. Szczesny came out to block it. The ball looped up into the air. Then Koundé went for the clearance, scuffed it horribly, almost went into his own goal. But looking at the replay there, I think Iglesias may have been offside this time. But that high line from Barcelona, they were caught napping again. Down that right-hand side, it was almost a carbon copy of the first goal, which Iglesias scored. And again, they chipped the ball round the corner, this time looking for the run from Mariba, but that's brilliant work there from Pedri to get to it first. Here's De Jong into Pedri. Now it's back to Kubasi. Just a little bit shaky, Barcelona at the moment. Again, they do play that very high line. It is very risk-reward football that they do play under Hansi Flick. It's great to watch, but sometimes they can be caught at the back. It's paid off for them mainly and mostly this season. Kubasi goes back to Szczesny. Now Inigo Martinez, just on the edge of his own box, chips it out to that left-hand side. It was a rotten pass, and Martin couldn't control it, and it's a throw into Celta. Definitely a bit rattled here, the league leaders. And taking the lead. Koundé, as I say, shanked that clearance, and it went back to Szczesny. It could have gone in his own goal, but that's a lovely turn, and they've dispossessed them. Now they can break downfield here. And Barcelona, what a absolutely long busting run downfield that is from Fermin, but his ball to Koundé into the box was poor, and it was easily intercepted by Sergio Carrera. What a surging run that was from Fermin Lopez, having won the ball back for his team on the edge of his own box, and then he literally went box to box there. Heavy touch there though by Duran, which means it's intercepted, but he will get a throw-in out of it as it came off the boot of Pedri last. And Real Madrid in action tomorrow night at home to Athletic Club. Rumours swirling, of course, that Carlo Ancelotti will not see out the season at the Bernabeu. And he will be in charge for the Copa del Rey, but it's nothing confirmed yet. But the smart talk is that he might be off after that. Obviously, Real out of the Champions League, and they're going to struggle maybe to overhaul this lead that Barcelona have at the top of La Liga. Real, of course, the defending champions in this league. It wouldn't be a massive shock, I don't think. I think it's been on the cards maybe for a while. It's been talked that he might go and take the Brazil job, Ancelotti, but certainly with Real going out of the Champions League and looking unlikely to overhaul Barcelona in La Liga, everything rests for them realistically on the Copa del Rey a week from today. That will not be seen as a successful season, given the side and the squad that Real have. Anyway, that's for another day. Celta have it at the back here. It's been a good press there from Barcelona. Beltran, Rodriguez, and his ball downfield has been intercepted. And then Barca carelessly give it away themselves. That was Gerard Martin. Just gone a bit sloppy here from Barcelona since they took the lead. Celta again. Risky. Oh, and Guaita almost gives it away at the back there. They're passing it around and they have given it away. But then Rafinha gives it away straight away to Moriba. Risky play at the back from Celta. And now Moriba's been dispossessed. Now Barcelona come forward here. Edge of the box shot comes in from Rafinha, but it's a poor effort from the Brazilian. Side-footed along the floor. No power behind it. But both teams there guilty of giving the ball away in crucial positions. Celta have it on halfway. Svedberg tried to go coast to coast with that pass there, but Martin intercepted it. Momentarily gives it away. Now Pedri has it for Barcelona. Both teams at the moment struggling to keep hold of the ball. It's gone very, very scrappy in the middle of the pitch, which is very much unlike Barcelona. But as I said, the schedule they've got coming up, a few changes made today by Hansi Flick. It's important for them that they came into this with the right attitude today. Celta are no mugs, as I said, they're in 7th place. I mean, I'm sure that Barcelona are very confident and expect to win this game, as they get a throw-in on this right-hand side. And if they play to their potential, they very much should win this game. But at the moment, it's just gone a little bit sloppy. But Celta themselves, in recent moments, have also started to make mistakes with the ball at feet. Now, Martin, good ball to pick out. Torres, halfway inside the Celta half. Dabs it back for De Jong in centre field. Now Pedri. It's gone down to walking pace at the moment. Celta holding their shape. Here's Kubasi. Koundé. He almost got into that. Was again another almost careless ball from Jules Koundé. Nice ball now to the edge of the box. Picks out. The shot comes in from Ferran. Edge of the box, but this time it goes well wide of that right-hand post. And Barcelona are not finding it easy to open up Celta at the back this afternoon. And they always have to be wary of that counter-attack, playing that high line. There was a hint of fortune about their equaliser. As I said, it was Szczesny and Kubasi getting in each other's way, and Szczesny taking the ball off the toe of Kubasi would have literally just cleared it out for a corner. But fair play to Iglesias, he was there and he didn't flinch as he tapped it home. So still 1-1 coming up to the half-hour mark now in the bright sunshine. Shadows lengthening on this right-hand side of the Olympic Stadium. Here's Jules Koundé to Rafinha. Good ball, reverse ball, but oh, just too much on it there for Fermin. He couldn't get to it before it went dead. It was a nice idea. Hansi Flick doesn't look a happy man. Arms folded. A scowl on his face on the German. And, I can't say I'm surprised. They got off to a good start, Barca, but since going 1-up, it's all been a bit flat. A bit careless. Bit of head tennis now in the centre circle. Barcelona win the ball back there. Iglesias had it taken off his toe. Now here's Inigo Martinez, finds Gerard Martin on this left-hand side. Tight to the touchline. Ball back in field to De Jong. Rolls it across to Koundé. Ball in field to Fermin Lopez. The socks rolled down on the blonde-haired midfielder. Now Rafinha in the shadows on this right-hand side. Ball comes back to Fermin. Lovely ball chip down the right channel here. Pedri works the ball into the box on the inside, but he can't pick out Koundé. He felt that he was impeded there, the Frenchman. Two men came across, Alonso and Beltran. And the ball found its way back to Guaita just in the nick of time. And again, they're playing it out from the back here, Celta. Here's Marcos Alonso. And they've almost gave the ball away again there. They got a lucky ricochet. Carrera was put under enormous pressure on this left-hand side, and his ball Came off a Barca player, but no sooner did they get the throw in, they're giving it away, and Barcelona have the ball back again. Here's De Jong now on the halfway line. Game has just drifted into a bit of a rut at the moment. Both teams making careless errors. 31.5 gone. Here's Rafinha. Lovely ball back on the inside there for Koundé. That's a good sliding challenge there. But again, Celta almost give it away again, and they're forced to send it back to the edge of their own box. Lewandowski trying to slide and intercept there, but Barca will get a throw in on this left-hand side, taken quickly. And Frenkie de Jong has it again. Now here's Pedri in centre field, looking for a bit of space, chips it out to Martin on this left-hand side. Back to De Jong. Patient build-up again from Barcelona. Kubasi, now Koundé. Again, Celta holding their shape, and they press Barcelona back into their own half. And Martinez has no option but to roll it back to Wojciech Szczesny, who's on the edge of his own box. And he plays it out quickly back out to Kubasi. Now Koundé, 32.5 gone, trying to pick out Fermin down that right-hand side. Celta intercept, and now Alonso has the ball on this left-hand side from that pass from Guaita, the keeper. Little flick ball round the corner from Iglesias. They lost it momentarily, but they win the ball back here, Celta. But then Kubasi gets to it, hooks it downfield, headed back into the Barca half by Alonso. And that's good passing there from Barca under pressure inside their own half. They still have it with Pedri. And chips it back to Inigo Martinez. But yeah, it's really gone pretty sloppy in midfield for both teams. It's a bit chaotic, a lot of loose passes and poor first-time touches. But Barcelona, when they're on it, of course, there's no one better to watch. And now that's good from Lewandowski. Gets the ball away. Ball whipped in across the box by Martin from that left-hand side, but nobody on the edge of the 6-yard box to poke it home. And it goes out for a goal kick to CELTA Vigo. And Hansi Flick again, arms folded, scowling. He's not happy with what he's seeing out there. And it has been a subpar performance from Barcelona so far. And of course, that on the back of that 3-1 reverse in Germany midweek. And that's another sloppy pass from Kubasi. That's gone out of play for a throw-in to Celta. And it's just basic mistakes. It's nothing more than that from Barcelona. Celta, well, they'll be more than happy to take advantage of that. Here's Largo, edge of his own box. Lovely little flick round the corner from Rodriguez to find Pablo Duran, but he's lost possession. And then a back heel by Martin, trying to find Ferran, has gone straight back to Celta. Now Guaita has it, edge of his 6-yard box. Plays it out short again. And again it's given away by Celta from that position. And it's time and time again. Very careless. And here's De Jong now for Barcelona on the halfway line. Inigo Martinez gets the ball from Kubasi. Now Gerard Martin halfway feeds it into Torres. He sends it back to De Jong on halfway. 35 gone. Barcelona 1, CELTA Vigo 1. And now it comes out to Rafinha on this right-hand side, up against Sergio Carrera.